Is going to be PG Takeover this evening, and I am here with Mr. Gameday himself. Morgan, how's it going?
It's good. It's weird when you call me that. It's my online name.
Gotcha. Well, why don't you introduce who we have with us tonight?
Yeah, we have Superintendent Pirtle. I almost called you Coach Pirtle. Let me tell y'all, he's the champion in PGY football. We have head coach and athletic director, Coach Gibson, and we have Coach Wyatt with us. First-year coach at Pleasant Grove. Excited to have you.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for having us.
School year's off to a hot start already. How's it been so far?
It's been an awesome start to the year. I mean, a really good one at the high school. I think district-wide probably rocking and rolling too.
We've had a great start. So much really smooth. We got our accountability ratings in, and that came out well for us. We're a A district, and that just goes to the work of our from our administrators to our teachers down to our students that do the work, in the classroom. Just so proud of what we're growing Pleasant Grove into academically.
Well, what else do you have going on? I know that we passed the bond election this past year, so tell us a little bit about what you've got going on as far as updating us where we are on that.
So we have a lot going on right now. One, if you drive by the middle school, you see a lot of workers on top of the middle school replacing the roof and replacing the air conditioning units up there. Our CTE addition to the high school is approved. We've approved the guaranteed maximum price on that, and we expect ground to be breaking any day now, and so that's exciting at the high school. We're also kind of on the back end of the design phase of the field house that's going to be going in at Hawk Stadium, and we're anticipating hopefully in October to be able to take that to the board for approval and be able to start breaking ground on that shortly after.
That'd be awesome. Hey, the CTE, when I was in school, probably when we were all in school, wasn't really, I don't even know if it was a thing when I was in school. It's become more and more important for our students growing up. Talk a little bit about what else being done in the CTE Center.
So there are a number of things, and first I think we have the best CTE director in the state, Jennifer Gibson. She is a great leader in our district and on that high school campus, and she makes impacts in student lives every day. We're going to be moving some of our programs just into this new space and freeing up space in the current high school. But everything in there, we will be able to enhance our on the medical side of our education and CTE. Really have some first-class facilities there. Our PGTV, robotics is going to be moving in there, so we've designed great robotic space and other spaces in there. But one of the things that I really believe, and I think if you ask around the area and get unbiased opinions, they would tell you this too. But we at Pleasant Grove, we have more industry-based certifications with our students than any other school district in Region 8. And that's a huge thing. That's making a difference in kids' lives because we're giving them something that they can walk out of Pleasant Grove High School with and go out into the workforce and be impactful there, like industry-based certifications. We do it more in Pleasant Grove than any other school district in Region 8.
Gameday's had 3 interns from that program, and all 3 were hireable the day they walked in. I would have hired any of them.
We have a number of students right now that are working in businesses in our community that we anticipate will be hired when they upon graduation.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah,
that's great. Coach, it's game week.
It's game week. It's time, man. Everybody's fired up. It's been a long spring and a really good one, and then a summer after that. So the kids are ready to play the games and really get our community involved. That's when it's more fun, is when everybody gets to be a part of it, and that's what makes Friday night special. And the first one is this Friday.
So I see you have 4 home games this year. I didn't even realize that till today. Are some of these teams going to come play you here next year?
Yeah, so, we're in that boat right now where these first 4 games couldn't find anybody in our area to play us.
Yeah.
And it's hard to find games, and instead of we're going to play a 9-game schedule or an 8-game schedule, we worked hard, and we found people out of state. We found people in Midland that'll come all the way to us, 7.5 hours away. And like this game in Brock, they're playing Wimberley, who went and played us in the state championship a couple of years ago. That's their 2nd game. Their 3rd game is a Gunner, who makes it to state every year. And so what you find out is a lot of other schools that we're playing, just like the Argyles in the past, nobody else wants to play, and so we have to travel. But we made the decision we'd rather travel and give our kids experiences than sit at home and not play.
3 state championship appearances, 2 state championship wins, 26 playoff wins since 2019, I believe. How is this team right here, what is this team's identity compared to your others?
I think right now, I'd say they're extremely athletic, and I think the cool thing about this group is the togetherness that they've been focusing on, and just having joy every day and bringing it to each other and letting the chips fall where they are, but taking the whole full tilt mentality, but being other-centered and letting the chips fall where they are, like I said. And I think we've had a more enjoyable fall camp than we have any year I've been here. And I mean, part of that is going through proactive discussions, and we have culture groups that are set up that the coaches meet with every day before a practice and cover different topics, from how we're going to treat each other, hold each other accountable outside of school, in the classroom. And the kids have bought into that, which at the end of the day, it's what we're supposed to be doing is building men. And I think our kids have done a great job with that, but then just their gratitude back to each other and us as coaches. This has been awesome.
Awesome, man.
Well, Coach,
sorry, go ahead.
year in and year out, I just see that your coaching staff just is at the high level all the time. And we're starting to see some of our coaches go off and do other things and see some growth at some other districts. But you're bringing in these younger coaches like Coach White. Tell us how you're finding these coaches, and what do you look for when you're looking for another coach?
Well, I'll start off with the first thing you said about coaches. Football, my dad always used to say it's an assistant coach's game. There's so many kids that are involved, and you have to have great assistants if you want to be successful. And we have some of the best men, first and foremost, in the state of Texas, who love kids and want to grow them and want to be a part of their lives and build them as men. And then they can coach football too. But I would say a lot of it's come down to searching hard and doing things different. They're not always going to come to you, and praying a lot about it. From the coach Darby story when he was at TCU, and just knowing college coaches that knew him and thinking there's no way a guy would come here from Fort Worth that's coaching college and has been in that and been a college coach for 8 years, to Ty Taylor from the Hill Country, who lived by family 7 hours away, and he uproots and comes here. And both men who have made our program better, our community better. And then Coach Wyatt, started really praying about this one last February and thought that we weren't going to find what we were looking for. And in May, we connected at a college camp, and or where we were showcasing our kids, and he was there and talked for about 25 minutes, not about a job. And the next day we went after him, and I think the rest is history. But he's been another Grand Slam hire. Just guys that a coach that comes in and wants to be around kids and give them extra time, whatever it is, whether it's eating lunch with them. He's staying with me right now. He's living with me. I woke up last Friday. There was 2 people in my house having breakfast with them at 6:45, and it's cool because he's already pouring into people at that hour. And so I don't know. I think the number one thing you have to look for when you're trying to build kids are really good people, and we've been fortunate and blessed to find some awesome ones.
Well, I had the opportunity to just watch him just for a few minutes on some drills during one of the two-a-day practices. And whenever I left, I talked to another dad, and I said, I could play for that guy right there. So it's impressive just seeing the impact you're already making to the young people in Pleasant Grove. So we're glad you're here.
First time I saw him was at the 7-on-7 state tournament. I thought he was a player. I'm like, who is this guy? I've never seen him before.
Young and good looking, put together. That's a compliment.
Yeah, I just say it's a blessing to be here. I'm here for the kids. I love the kids. I just want them to be the best version of themselves on and off the field. So, and then just work for a guy like Coach Gibson and great men. Just have great leaders around, great examples. So it's good to be here. Yes, sir.
Well, I got the tough question for you. You mentioned you played for OG Gibson. Who's a better coach?
I can't say that. I can't say that.
Well, he could say it. I just don't know if he feels like he'd be able to stay with me tonight if he said my dad. And you can. I give my dad the credit. I think he's numero uno. And he had high reviews of Devin when Devin played for him. And then Devin coached with him in college for a year.
Sir.
You played with TJ Coe at OBU, right?
I did, yes,
That's
sir.
awesome.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about the transition to high school football and kind of what you've learned at Pleasant Grove so far and kind of some things you're looking to accomplish.
I'll say the main difference is, I guess, the age gap between college and high school, and getting the high school kids ready for college because, I think they know a lot of stuff, about life, college, but they don't. And that's the part I love, getting them prepared, telling them the things they don't know, helping them get better on fundamentals in football, inside the classroom. So, yes, sir.
That's awesome. Tell a little bit about the culture at Pleasant Grove. Everybody talks about how it's a little bit different than everywhere else.
So the culture of Pleasant Grove is very different. People they know what's going on here. They know Pleasant Grove is different. And we got the full wristband, full tilt, heart and soul, and that's how our kids practice every day. They come ready to work. They finish every play, and then heart and soul. You talk about the relational piece that that we try to instill in them every day, and like you said, our identity of the team. That's their identity. They have heart and soul in everything they do, from the seniors, the juniors, sophomores, and freshmen. They all connected. They all stay together. It doesn't matter if it's a senior or a freshman. They talk to each other, and they can practice and push each other together. So
that's awesome. 7:30 kickoff Friday night against Brock Eagles, ranked number 1 in 3A Division I. Pleasant Grove Hawks ranked number 5 in 4A Division II. I'm not going to ask you to call your shot here, but how are you feeling about Friday?
I'm feeling good, and I think I feel as good as I could possibly feel going into it, and I know what we're up against. We're up a team that's been to state 5 of the last 8 years. They're one of the few teams there's 1,000-something in the state of Texas that were ranked in that FIS rankings, and we were ranked 10 out of over 1,000 programs on what we've done the last 5 years. They were ranked 8th, and it's hard to do what they do, and when you do what they do, those type of teams, they have ultra belief, a ton of tradition. They don't lose. They're not used to losing, and so they expect to win too. And I think that's what makes Friday so special. I'll always put my money on the Hawks. I mean, especially right now, coming back with so many returners that we have. But make no mistake, it's going to be a grind of a game, and I think we're going to have 2 evenly matched teams. They were 14 students away from being in our division, and they've already grown past that, so they'll be in 4A Division II next time. But you'll see when they line up, they're a big team. They won state last year in track, a very fast team, and well-disciplined and really well-coached, too, by Coach Mathis.
Coach, I've seen you use, I think, 8 running backs in one game last year. But keep in mind, y'all were way ahead, so let's do it in mind. How many people do you think may touch the ball for you Friday night?
I think we'll have over 10 people carrying the ball easily, and part of that is, how much talent we have and how deep we are in certain spots. And then the other part is that we still don't have a ton of players, like most 4A D2 teams. They'll usually sit between 38, 45 players, and we're sitting at 42-ish. So a lot of our guys play the other side of the ball, and they rotate in on offense, and everybody likes touching the ball, so we try to reward kids and get kids in, and we have a lot of talented kids. We're going to get their hands on it this week.
Well, most 4A Division II teams do not have 6 players with Division I commits.
That's right. That's true.
And that's not by somebody being a great athlete. When you have young players with these offers. Tell us a little bit, man, like how much time – I don't think people actually realize a player just because they're good doesn't mean they get offers. How much time do you put in on being sure your players are seen and spending time on phone with college coaches?
Yeah, I think the best thing that our staff does is we market them during the year, and we have coaches that go actively push our kids throughout the year, and a lot of people do that. But where we get our kids out's in the summer, and be it Division II school or Division I school, I think we had an 8-week span where we had coaching staff 7 of the 8 weeks on either 1 visit or 2 visits in the same weekend. And so our kids get seen. The kids that want to get seen, they get pushed out there. I think when our coaching staff goes with them, A lot of times we don't see other coaches there, and the college coaches tell our kids that. They're like, you have 5 coaches roll up with you. Look around. Like, there's 300 kids here. It's different. And so they even tell our kids those things. And our kids, that helps with the gratitude. But I think us going, we can say, hey, this kid has this attribute and this one, and you need to look at him here. And I think it does get him help of a look. And make no mistake, they're getting offers because they're super talented. But I would put our staff up as number one when it comes to pushing kids in the state and what we've done, because we wear ourselves out every summer, and we say we're going to pull back and spend more time with our families the next summer, and you just can't do it when there's so many good kids. You have to get out there.
Yeah. Well, Mr. Pirtle, I want you to call your shot this year. You winning two championships in PGYA?
Oh, in PGYA.
Yep, I need to know.
I am going to love those kids. I'm going to coach those kids, and we're going to work really hard. And
he's going to win one championship.
Well, I'm
at least
2 teams.
Got to. Got him.
Have you ever not won the championship?
Yes, sir. I have not won a championship before.
Hey, that's not true.
You've won them with the kids.
I've won championships, but I've also had years where I didn't win the championship.
Did you see him at Hog Hustle? This dude had a clipboard out.
No.
Asking kids what their name was when they ran by.
Hey, that kid has 40 laps. What's his last name? Come here.
That's
He
smart.
talks to the PE coaches every day probably. It's rigged. I'm telling y'all.
No.
Man, A rating. Great school year last year. Making things happen again with the bond and just everything. It's been great. Anything you want to tell people they may not be aware of?
I think one thing that's really exciting is on the safety and security part of our district. We are actively working through all of our procedures and all the things we do. But one of the exciting things, our board, who is awesome, and they're super supportive of our district. They approved the hiring of they approved the positions of 3 additional police officers, and so we're going to have we're in the process of interviewing right now, and once we have those 3 officers, we will have an officer on every campus, stationed on every campus. So that's huge.
I hadn't thought about that, but I'm glad to hear that.
Heck yeah,
that's huge, and we're really proud of that, and thankful for the support of the board. And just where we're going with safety, and so that's a big deal.
Right.
That's a big deal.
That is a big deal. Jay, you got anything?
I'm just excited we only have 2 more sleeps left.
2 more sleeps, baby.
Been waiting a long time for this thing.
I'm excited. We hired 2 different photographers. Wayne will be there. Coach Wayne Grubbs will be there. We hired another photographer for this game. We'll have like 5 different cameras on it. Plus we'll have the stream. I'm excited about it. I'm really excited.
Yeah, that'll be awesome.
So. All right, give us a quick break. We will be right back.
We are excited to announce here at Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital that we have expanded our capabilities to better serve our community. As a hospital, we have the capability for inpatient services. After your outstanding emergency care, we can smoothly transition you into one of our new inpatient rooms that have telemetry monitors in every room to continue your concierge medicine care. While our patients continue receiving their care in their inpatient suites, we also make sure that your loved ones are taken care of with our outstanding facilities. Our added services include a procedure room and also the capability of MRIs. With our imaging, we are able to offer outpatient, inpatient, and emergency room, MRI, CT, ultrasound, and X-ray. We are honored by your support and look forward to serving all your future medical needs.
We are back live at Walk-Ons with PG Takeover, and I'm here with Jennifer Smith. And Jennifer, why don't you introduce who we have with us?
Yeah, so we have the Pleasant Grove Hawk cheerleaders with us, and we've got a couple of the girls on set. We're going to let you introduce yourself.
I'm Madison Laux.
I'm Hensley Witten.
I'm Ava Keys.
Now, are you 3 seniors?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay, I thought so. Okay. Tell us who we have back here. I know they can't hear us, but we want to know who's behind us.
You got it.
Okay, so we have Julia Morlett, Camille, Elena, Maddie, Holland, Abby, and JC and Brayley. They're all seniors.
Okay, good. Oh, okay. God, there's a lot of seniors
Yes,
on the
ma'am.
squad this year. So how many do you have
We have 12 seniors.
12 seniors,
and
okay.
30 girls total.
on varsity?
Yes, ma'am.
Wow, I always know there's a big squad. So I saw you at Watermelon Supper for the first time this year, and these ladies did awesome. I remember seeing the tumbling stunt that you ladies did, and I mean, I was just like, my jaw kind of dropped a little bit. Tell us about the prep for that Watermelon Supper routine.
Oh, it was intense. We had cheer camp before, and it was a lot.
Yes. We did something a little different this year. We had a camp, and we didn't go to like a UCA camp. We got taught all of our pep rally routines before, so like we already knew it. When did we go to camp?
In summertime.
Yeah, it was first week of June. So we like already knew it, and then we came back the first week of August, and we're just going over it. So
Really?
it was nice.
Okay. So do you ladies already know all of your routines for the year then? Y'all are ready. You know what you're doing, what
Yes,
weeks
ma'am.
you're doing it.
Yes, ma'am.
That's
For the most
exciting.
part.
Can we expect anything? Is there going to be anything kind of out of the box new that you're going to be doing this year?
Our stunts are pretty
Our
advanced.
stunts are good.
We've never had stunts like this before.
Really?
Our whole team has strong stunts.
We have really good freshmen. They're
Oh,
really
yeah.
good.
Our freshmen are
They're really good.
Okay. So when you do these big routines, are you incorporating the junior varsity as well?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay. Wow. That's a big squad out there. Were you there, Jay? Did you see?
I saw everything streamed. I
Okay.
was out of town during Watermelon Supper, but my question is, Ava, your mother was a pretty solid cheerleader
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
she
really?
was.
back in the day for Pleasant Grove.
Yes, sir.
Tell us a little bit about just being able to know that your mother was already on.
Oh,
the
it's
cheerleading
fun.
squad.
I remember when I first tried out and she was showing me the cheers they used to do, and it was like not even the same thing at all. I was like, y'all did. It's a lot more advanced. Like,
Shara didn't coach back then, did she?
oh yeah, she doesn't play now.
The athleticism that I see in today's cheer squads is far superior than what it has been in the past.
Gosh, yes.
And what's so interesting to me is the time and effort that y'all start putting in during the summertime. A lot of people, when you hear the word two-a-days, you're just thinking of football.
Yeah.
But when you start looking at a total school program, your cheer is already after it, your band's already after it, your drill team's after it. Tell us a little bit. You mentioned cheer camp, but what exactly do y'all do during the summertime to get prepared for a football season?
So for this year, we had a 5-day practice at the beginning of the summer. We learned all of our routines. We were there from 8 to 5:30.
Somewhere around
there.
So we were there pretty much all day. We had a lunch break in between. We learned all of our routines. And then on August 1st, we went back and we had 2-hour practices and some 3-hour practices and went over everything just to refresh. But it's definitely a lot of work in the summer, but
It's like
we look
what
great.
summer? What summer
Yeah.
vacation?
No, yeah, it starts
We don't
August
know what that
1st, and
is.
it's like we're here.
We also do things like in the middle, like we did Hawks and Heels, and we just do little things like that, just wherever we need to be.
That was
we'll
fun.
be there.
I was at Hawks and Heels this year, and you ladies strutted the runway.
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
How was that? Was that kind of nerve? Did y'all looked like y'all had a blast? Though.
Oh, it was so fun. It was
Yeah.
different. We've never done that before,
Uh-huh.
and it was fun. Normally we like perform at Hawks and Heels, but this was just like completely different, and I loved doing it. It was so fun.
I think the crowd enjoyed it. I mean, I know me and the ladies I was with, we really enjoyed it. I mean, you ladies look like you had a blast. So
We always do.
Yeah, it's always fun.
It's fun having a big squad like we do because we get to know so many different personalities and we all get close.
and we're all really close.
It's fun having like an impact because there's so many girls, and we all are for the same team, and
well, I think with your squad being the size it is, it gives it a wow factor.
Oh, it does.
I mean, like, I'm going back to the Watermelon Supper, and when you ladies started doing your tumbling stunts and everything, I mean, my jaw, it's
Yeah.
amazing. So I love watching you ladies,
Thank
and
you.
I'm really excited to keep watching, and I hope to be at all the pep rallies so we can.
Oh yeah,
see what
we'll
you
have some
got,
interesting
so.
stuff.
Yes, definitely.
Now, what are you doing during the school year, though? I mean, are you ladies still? Did y'all still practice after school and everything, right? So I mean, you still got a grueling schedule during
Yes,
the school
ma'am.
year.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
And you got it.
Yeah, we practice. We have practice every single day where it's pretty scheduled out. If we're stunting that day, we'll roll out the mats and stunt. If we're just going over our routines, we'll start that pretty early. And then we make sure that we're going over our cheers for Friday night games to make sure that we all look clean and sharp.
Yeah. I feel like I need my daughter's here, and she wants to be a cheerleader. She's in middle
it's
school right now,
fun.
so I'm like, okay, Stella, you need to be listening.
It's a lot
be
of
preparing for this hard work now.
yeah.
Yeah.
The thing about it though, like having a big team, it's over and over and over and cleaning and like critiquing, and it's like do the same thing over and over, and you might have it, but the person in the back, and it's just that's kind of the thing about it.
Yeah.
We all have to trust each other.
Oh,
It's
a lot of trust.
It's a lot of
Oh,
trust.
absolutely. Well, with it being your senior year, what are you looking forward to the most this year to experience as a senior?
For me personally, I'm ready to go back to state because
Oh,
we
yeah.
are. The main goal is to win, obviously, but this
Okay.
year we're doing something new. We have a competition team, and that's competing at NCAA Nationals the weekend after UL.
And you've never done this before.
They did it
used
back
to.
in like the 90s,
Oh,
but we're
okay.
bringing it back. And it's
Oh,
completely
wow.
different. It's kind of something you would see like more on TV, like more all-star.
Yeah.
They're still cheering it, but it's going to be
Uh-huh.
really good. I'm excited.
So what time of year is that? Is it springtime?
January.
Oh, okay, January. Okay.
We're going to have tryouts in the next couple weeks, and then
Oh,
we'll
that'll
compete
be
in January.
exciting. You will have to keep us updated on who makes the
yes,
competition
ma'am.
team,
We
and we want to
will.
follow that for sure.
Yes.
What about you, ladies? What are you looking forward to most this senior year?
Oh, honestly, I love pep rallies.
Yeah.
Like just the whole thing about the band, the dancing, the crowd, our student body, all of it is just so fun. I don't know.
Okay.
I really enjoy pep rallies.
Yeah, definitely pep rallies is super fun. I feel like this year I love our team dynamic. Like
That's
our
good.
team feels one of the closest it's ever been. And being like the leaders is really awesome. Like it feels great to be like a good influence for all the younger girls.
Yeah. Okay.
So, you bring up the younger girls. I know that y'all are going to have cheer clinic for K through 6th graders.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, that's coming up.
Yes.
Do y'all feel any pressure, sort of being, those, people that they look up to? I mean, how do y'all treat that?
When I was younger, I always watched the cheerleaders, and I was like, oh, I can't wait to be them. Like, they're so old, they're so cool.
Yeah, it's weird.
And now that I'm up here, it's just like, how am I this old? Like, I don't feel
yeah,
old.
it doesn't feel like.
But it's
That's
really
how I feel.
fun.
How am I this old?
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. But
Now, more information on the. I won't put you on the spot in case you don't remember, but the cheer clinic is coming up. My daughter just got something she sent home for it. So can they find information? Anybody that's watching that wants their daughter to do the cheer clinic, is it on the Facebook page yet? The
Yes.
PG Cheerleader Facebook
it should be.
should be. Okay, yes. If
It-
not, it will
is.
be.
It will be.
It is.
It is now.
I checked it before we went live, but it's $60.
Okay.
Yes.
They get a shirt,
Uh-huh.
and they get to perform with the cheerleaders before the game.
Perfect.
Whenever we play Gilmer.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So if you've got a K through 6th grader, sign them up. It'll be a lot of fun. So.
It is fun.
All right. Well, we are excited. I'm excited. Jay's, we're all excited. Hopefully, we'll be bringing lots of coverage from the pep rallies and the games, and really showcasing and seeing what you ladies have in store this year. So.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
We're looking
well,
forward
Good
to
luck
it.
this year,
Yes.
ladies.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
All right. Well, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to have the Pleasant Grove Showstoppers.
Thank you.
Providing excellent customer service while keeping everyone safe is a top priority here at State Bank. We are making your banking experience safer and easier with our new curbside banking program. Almost anything you need to do inside the branch can now be accomplished with curbside banking. Need to open an account, pick up a debit card, or hands-on help with mobile banking? Just pull into a designated curbside spot, call the number on the sign, and a State Bank team member will come assist you quickly. We are excited to bring you this convenience and are thankful to serve you. Your family, your bank, State Bank.
We are back live again at Walk-Ons, and this is PG Takeover at Walk-Ons this week, and still have Jennifer with us. Why don't you introduce who we have with us this time?
Well, now we have the PG Showstoppers. And I just learned what did you just say? I just learned a new phrase. I think Jay developed this when his daughter was a showstopper,
it's
right?
KSG.
KSG means
And it's kick some grass.
kick some grass.
Yes.
Put that on a T-shirt this year.
We should.
That's right.
We should.
We definitely, like most moms have definitely put that on some
Have
shirts
they?
before.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to let you ladies introduce yourself and then introduce who we have behind you, okay?
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm Edie Neal. I'm the captain of the Showstoppers.
I'm Skylar Kemp. I'm a senior lieutenant of the Showstoppers.
My name is Chloe Rojas, and I'm senior lieutenant.
And then this is Nora Jordan and Jace Ramos, and they're junior lieutenants.
Okay, well, fabulous. So tell us a little bit, we kind of started with the cheerleaders talking about watermelon supper because watermelon supper was the first time we were able to really see. And you ladies did a flawless routine.
Thank
I mean,
you.
it was so sharp, so perfect. Even one of our game day guys who knows nothing about dance was like, that was really sharp. Like, and I'm like, yeah, that means they're good.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about that preparation for this routine.
So we learned our dance, I guess, the first week of August. And we had about 3 or 4 practices from 9 to 12 just working on that dance for watermelon supper because it's the first impression and, you know, we want to look good.
Yes.
So
You made a
we
fabulous
definitely
first
worked very
impression.
hard. Thank
Yeah.
you. It was fun. We worked very hard.
Okay. Now, how has your summer training been? Did you go to a summer camp and learn all the routines for the season, or what did summer look like for you ladies?
Usually we have to have these amount of hours before we go back into drill team just because it's a really taking 2 months of a break and then going straight back into it, you will not be able to do it.
Yeah.
So we have to have these amount of hours throughout the summer, and then we have a pre-camp 2 weeks before school, and then we usually have a camp, a line camp, where we learn all our dances, the ones that we learn for pep rallies and on the field, but that's it.
Now, when you do line camp, do you normally have outside choreographers come in and teach?
Yes, we have 2 girls from ADTS come in and teach us 7 routines in 1 week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, are there any routines that you do in the season that are from you guys, or is it all the ones you learned this summer?
We actually choreographed all of our field dances except for, one of them was made by our director, Miss Christie, and then one of them is a tradition called Bonanza. We do it at homecoming.
Oh, yes.
But the other, I guess it was 2 or 3 field routines the officers made up ourselves.
Yes.
So we're really excited about that because we don't usually do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be fun. You'll have to tell us which ones those are so we know which ones to
We'll
watch
know.
for.
Yeah.
So, okay, good.
Well, she mentioned the actual program that y'all did for Watermelon. It was very, very impressive.
Thank you.
And tell us a little bit about just the strength of your entire team, because I know just based on all of your mother's Facebook posts, there's going to be quite a few Showstoppers that are going to be in the Nutcracker this year.
Yes.
So just the total dancing aspect, just tell us about, how many years does it normally take for you to get as good as y'all are, and how young did y'all start dancing?
I've been dancing this is my 13th year of dance, but I usually didn't really become such as a good dancer until middle school. It takes a while for people to have training, and of course, Miss Perfect Dancer right here, she does so many hours of ballet, so many hours of dance in general.
That's why she's Sugar Plum.
Yes,
in this year's
Sugar
Nutcracker.
Plum.
I'm so excited about
Sugar
that.
Plum.
Yes.
But she goes to school, and then she comes to drill team, and then instantly, without any breaks, she goes to ballet and works.
Yes.
She's such a hard worker. So is Jace. They're both really hard and perfect dancers. They are what we want to represent.
Now, are you in the Nutcracker this year? Now, did you get one of the dolls? Spanish. Yes, sorry. Okay, yes. Sorry, my daughter just did the Nutcracker too, so I'm trying to remember. They posted all the pictures, and so if you're curious who is what role this year, you can just go to the Texarkana Community Ballet and see that.
Yes, but we have most of our the people on our team are actually in studio dance. We had 12 girls try out for the Nutcracker, which is a lot, and most of them got very good parts, so we're very proud of them. But and then we have even more than that didn't try out for Nutcracker. Like, I take dance, but I didn't try out. She takes dance, she didn't try out. But
I've never done Nutcracker.
Yeah, so most of us have been dancing for a long time, and we train lots of hours to look how we do. So,
what about you? Your training?
So when I had an off and on relationship with dancing. So when I was little and started walking, that's when I started doing dance. And in 2nd grade, I quit and did soccer for 3 years. And in middle school, they had a dance class. So I was like, that's my perfect opportunity to start dancing again. And ever since I took that class, I've been dancing ever since.
I think that's very common. Your situation, kind of like my daughter started when she was 2, and probably about 2nd, 3rd grade is when she almost got burned out. She was like, I don't really want to do this anymore, and I kind of had to force her to stay in it. And she started falling in love with it again. So I think that's really common. If you start too early, it's great, but then hearing stories like you where you didn't really start till middle school, I think that, or 13 years ago, but
I didn't start like actually trying, because like most like people, that happens, like sometimes like people are just like, ugh, I don't want to do dance anymore. But you have to you have to look at the people on TV and be like, wow, I really want to look like that one day. And so you really have to start trying, and just the technique is really.
And I think it's great for the younger girls that may be watching to know it's never too late to start.
No, it's never.
And so that's definitely good to hear. But speaking of the younger crowd, will you be having any drill team clinics for younger girls, or do the thing where you did last year where they come and get to shine with the Showstoppers?
Shine with the Showstoppers, and it's grades, I want to say kindergarten through 5th. Could be wrong, but they get to come be with us for all of the pregame stuff, so like the lines on the field, and then in the stands you get to dance with us, and it's a really cool opportunity for all the little girls. And then we will have a little girl clinic where they learn like a little routine, but that's not till February.
That's
the next semester.
Okay, gotcha. Okay,
it's very fun.
And Shine with the Showstopper, you can sign up now, and is the information on your Facebook page?
Okay,
perfect. Okay,
yeah, that's really fun.
Yeah.
Well, how many of y'all were a Star Stepper?
I think all of us.
Well, and that's still a relatively new, program for Pleasant Grove. I think it's maybe in its
they started in 2014.
Okay,
yeah.
Wow, I'm getting old. How important was that experience, gaining those 2 years, to be able to prepare you for high school? Because I know, just because I spent 7 years as a Showstopper dad, and I can tell you that the programs now are even better because, in my opinion, that middle school program. I mean, tell us a little bit about Star Steppers.
So the Star Stepper director and our Showstopper director are really good about communicating about what our expectations are, what our high levels are, and so they have the opportunity to practice a lot more to look like us and be like us, and really just kind of train to get to where we are, rather than having everything be new your freshman year. So you have a little bit of experience. And Miss Walker is the Star Stepper director, I'm pretty sure, and she does a fabulous job of preparing those girls.
Because like coming into it freshman year is not easy at
it's
all.
Not. It's not.
Because you're not used to the hours that we put in, and you're not used to like us kicking every single day.
Yeah, it's definitely different, but having some experience in middle school helps so much.
Yeah, it probably just gives them a lot of more confidence in the audition process, going into audition for your freshman year, to know, well, I've done this for 2 years,
once you
gives
get
a little bit more of an upper hand. But
I think that's what they do, is to prepare like audition wise. They prepare us, or the little girls that haven't done it yet. They're just preparing themselves for like the big moment of making the team.
Yeah.
What about, is there anything that we can expect from you ladies this year that may be new, or something you haven't done before, or any routines that you're really looking forward to at a certain pep rally?
We have our first pep rally. We're doing a country palm dance, which we haven't done in a few years. Yeah, and it's going to be super cute, kind of like DCC type thing, so that'll be super cute.
Okay.
Y'all have to watch that.
Okay.
But, and then as far as like the year goes, we will compete in the Dallas area probably February, March-ish for a regional competition.
Okay.
We don't know for sure where, but Dallas area for sure. So we're really excited about that, and we'll take 3 officer routines,
Okay.
3 team routines, and maybe a few ensembles. We don't know the specifics yet, but we're looking forward to that.
Yeah. It's like football's over, and then you're like, nope,
Yes.
no rest. Then
Yeah,
we have competition.
it's a
then no rest because you have
continuous-
spring show.
Yes, I was
Yes.
thinking about Showstoppers. We do not break.
And then some of y'all have nutcrackers sprinkled
Yes.
in there,
Oh,
so
yes.
you ladies are so busy. But
Yeah, we
I know
are.
I'm looking
But we
forward
love
to
it.
seeing you. I love
Yeah.
the kick line. I think that's everyone's favorite
Thank
too.
you.
So we're looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Anything you're looking forward to? I know your Showstopper Dad days are over, but you still like
Well,
it. You still look forward to
The
it.
drawback for y'all now is I can point out when it's not as crisp.
Oh,
So-
no. Seen it?
So
Jay's going to be
We'll have to
critiquing you.
watch
You better
out.
watch it.
so before we go back to our live streaming on halftime shows, if it's bad, I may come and
Oh,
do some
okay.
pointing.
You can come.
But-
you just
but
need to come
He'll
to
be up in the
practice.
press box
That's
with
right.
his notes.
Yeah.
Be like,
Just
kick
be
slow.
I'll be scoring it. This week was a 97. But no, it is.
Hey,
It is
it's
funny.
okay. We'll score Jay
Oh,
on
no.
his play calling ability when he calls the game.
Oh.
So
As long as you don't
this
count,
is a tit for tat
as
thing.
long as you don't count how many times I say ums and ahs, I'm good. I'm
Yeah.
good.
Well, we're looking forward. We're so happy that you ladies are always so gracious to come on the set, and I'm sure we'll have you on again as the season goes on. So, but yeah, loved having you here
Thank
tonight.
you for having us.
So yeah,
Have a great year.
Thank you.
So we're gonna take a break, and then we'll come back, and we've got Morgan and some of the players coming on set now. So.
Two seconds. All right, we are back. Walk-ons. We got Mr. Slowman Corbin Franklin with us. We got Jaden Stewart, Matthew Thomas, and Akari. Oh, I want to make a joke right now. Akari Johnson. It's about to make fun of that arm a little bit. Man, how's y'all summer been?
Pretty good so far.
Busy.
Excited to be back in school?
Oh, yeah.
Or is it just excited because it's football season to be back in school?
A little bit of both.
All right, so I was at y'all 7-on-7. Man, great year in 7-on-7. How's that going to translate for y'all this football season?
I'll say it helped us a lot in the passing game because we got to put in extra work with 7-on-7.
Jaden, do you kind of enjoy 7-on-7, or is it one of the things like?
I did enjoy 7-on-7. It helped me get better at defense.
That's up.
Yeah.
I just know Corbin getting burned all the time.
Nah.
I like Corbin. I got to give Corbin a hard time. So Corbin ran a 4.38 40 in the last combine. Fastest dude in East Texas, supposedly, right?
Something like that.
It's very questionable. But, man, dude, you went wild on TikTok.
Yeah, I did. But everyone was making fun of it because it was on a phone.
Well, I mean, if you're fast, you're fast.
I'm saying.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Tell them for the people in the back. Man, week 1, we got Brock Friday. What are y'all looking forward to the most stepping back on the field?
I'm ready to see our team chemistry. It didn't grown this summer. Like, all the times we had to come up, all the diversity we faced, like, it didn't grown. So I feel like we're gonna live up to it. We're gonna be straight.
From the line standpoint, what are you looking for? Because these are big dudes.
Yeah, well, just over the summer and the scrimmages, from last year to this year, 10 times better. I definitely think our O-line is much better, and I don't think we have a problem with them.
Corbin, do you play much offense?
No, I don't play offense at all, but I play straight defense, and I'll tell you something that Brock is really talented, and I'm excited to play him.
I've seen you play offense before.
Well, not anymore.
Not anymore? They nixed that?
Yeah, I'm specialty.
Why do you do him like that, Akari?
I ain't do nothing. I ain't say nothing.
Akari, quarterback for the Hawks. Devastating injury, first game of the season last year. I mean, looked better than elite in 6 plays. Well, I think we can all agree on that.
Yeah, for sure.
Looked amazing. How are you looking to – first off, do you have your confidence back? Because latter part of that year, I mean, you could just tell you would go in to tackle with a certain shoulder and not the other one. You would kind of hold your arm back. I mean, it's just it is what it is. That was a devastating injury to come back to and still be in a cast and play. So you're 100%.
Yeah, I'm 100%. I feel
right.
like I got my confidence back.
What are you looking forward to the most then?
I mean, I'm just ready to go out there every night and dominate and show everybody what I can do because I feel like I missed out on a year.
Yeah, I think you did too. I really felt bad for not only you but the entire team last year because, I mean, it was just unbelievable how great you looked in 6 plays. I mean, I don't know how you could say that, like, oh, man, this dude's great, but he only played 6 plays. Yeah. But it's true. I think we can all agree on that. Then with the running backs you got, Coach Gibson said you could be up to 10 players run the ball Friday night. That's crazy. Yeah. So I'm assuming you have a pretty big playbook.
Yeah.
What are you looking for as the quarterback when you step to the line?
I mean, I don't know.
Tough question?
Yeah, tough.
All right, my bad. Offensive line. Y'all run a little – it's not y'all. There's somebody pulling every play. How difficult is it for y'all to kind of learn everything that goes into that offense? Because I've watched y'all in practice, and it's not just stand there and run forward or block this or, you know what I mean? Like somebody's pulling every play.
Yeah, well, we're really disciplined. So like I said, last year we were really young, so catching on and stuff was a little harder. But now that we're older, much easier. I guess the hardest position, for the guards, because they got to remember to pull and all, like, the specific rules. And I think we caught on to it a lot faster this year than last year.
Jaden, what are some of the team goals for this year?
Team goals for this year? I mean, we don't want to have many, 3 and outs, like on the offensive side, but we also don't want to have turnovers on the offensive side. And I feel like that's something we've, got under control because of the stuff we work on in practice. But on the defensive side, that's what we want 3 and outs. We want to get turnovers. And with the secondary guy with Akari and K-Mac and them in the backfield, yeah.
So you have a lot of people personally talking about you right now in the season you potentially could have. Tell us about your offseason preparation for this. Not that you weren't on anybody's radar, but you've looked really good in these first 2 scrimmages.
I mean, it's work I put in, But, I wouldn't say just me. My team helped me get better like this. Coaches, outside work with my dad and brother. So, I mean, I've been preparing for this, you know what I mean? And, I think I'm finally, getting to, show it.
That's awesome. Akari, you're one of the best I've seen. We cover a lot of schools and players. You're one of the best I've seen in open field. My generation, we played football on the street, so we always joked that, y'all's generation, y'all try to run each other over. But back in our generation, you couldn't really do that because we were literally playing football on the street. So it was all about juking and this and that. You're one of the few players I see that they're not a straight line runner. You're constantly trying to cut back and get upfield. Is anything I just said, did you do any of that growing up, or is it just straight instinct?
Oh, yeah. Growing up, Little League and stuff, that's what I used to do. I used to make people miss and get upfield, try to go break one.
That's awesome. Corbin, pure defense this year. Senior year. Once again, Corbin ran a sub-4.40, made it to regionals in the 100. What else am I missing?
I think that's it.
All right. Love you, Corbin. What kind of senior year, would you like to see for yourself and your defense?
Well, I would like a defense that's I want offenses to game plan for us, and I want them to I want it to be one of the best defenses in the state. I think that I want at least 2 shutouts. I think we could get that, and that'd be tough. But I know our defense is stacked, and I think we're ready.
With Lance will be out week 1. Who's rolling in defensive end in that position?
Jamon.
Okay. So tomorrow going to be a walkthrough day for y'all, right?
Yeah.
We head out to Brock Friday. Any predictions?
Say it, Corbin.
Beat you by 30.
All right, I like it. Guys, man, we appreciate it. Let's take a quick break, and we will be right back.
Providing excellent customer service while keeping everyone safe is a top priority here at State Bank. We are making your banking experience safer and easier with our new curbside banking program. Almost anything you need to do inside the branch can now be accomplished with curbside banking. Need to open an account, pick up a debit card, or hands-on help with mobile banking? Just pull into a designated curbside spot, call the number on the sign, and a State Bank team member will come assist you quickly. We are excited to bring you this convenience and are thankful to serve you. Your family, your bank, State Bank.
And we are back. Jay Davis back with us, Cade McFadden, Vic Shaw, Jalen Bordley. Guys, it is football season. How excited are y'all to finally be – I guess y'all scrimmaged a couple to other teams, but how fun, it counts now. How excited is it for y'all for that counts?
I'm real excited. I'm ready to start the season.
Thanks. Same.
Vic, UTSA commit. You got that out of the way early this summer. What kind of senior year would you love to see for yourself and your team?
I mean, for my team, I just want to – I want to see what everybody wants to see. I want to go win a ring. And just personally, I just want to play the best I can play.
Okay, Matt, what about you?
This season, I just want to, win a ring like he said, and, just win district, play the best of our abilities, go all out every game.
Bordley, congratulations on Jalen Bordley, congratulations on a recent Auburn offer. How many SEC offers is that for you now?
Like two, three, I think.
That's awesome. Yeah. What kind of year would be perfect year for you?
I'll say, I don't know, because I'm really all about my team. I don't know.
All right. So tell us a little bit about Brock.
They O-line big. They kind of fast, I guess, and the receivers they okay.
So faster than Vic, slower than McFadden.
Yeah. I'm pretty fast. I don't know. Yeah, he fast though.
Hey, man, you have dropped a bunch of weight. I was telling somebody you won't even recognize him on a football field.
Even before though, I still had them wheels. Hey.
I don't know about all that.
Why you pointing at me? Why you pointing at me? You gotta ask them.
He might have been quick. We're talking about fast. How fast?
Fast.
See?
Fast. You
see what he did there?
Well, Vic, I know that everybody has been sort of, watching and expect you to be, a defensive star. But what type of an impact do you think that you're going to be able to make on the offensive side? Because, it sounds like to me that you might be able to play a little tight end as well this year.
Just whenever they need me to score a touchdown, something like that, get them some yards, I'll be there. Just blocking, anything. So, yeah, making a big impact on both sides.
Coach Gibson has mentioned multiple times to me in multiple conversations about how you stepped up this year as a leader. You're the leader of this football team. How did that come about for you, being the vocal leader of the team?
I would just say, one of our core values, growth. I just like set aside the childish ways and matured, and I mean just growed up.
And we did speak a little bit, kind of jokingly, but you have had a body transformation. What went into that decision, and how did you go about doing that?
It just happened. Just working out, grinding, and it just happened.
How much better of a football player do you think you are? Was there benefits being 30, 40 pounds heavier, or?
Well, it just depends. I mean, when I was heavier, it was just tough. Like I could come off and hit, but now that I'm lighter, I mean, I can use my athleticism and speed and just like put all of it together. So,
how's the transition been from outside to inside defensive line?
Well, I mean,
I know that was a team need.
Well, I like the outside, but I mean the inside is okay. I mean I've been playing it, so I fell in love with it. So I just love defense.
I saw you make a big play against Kilgore.
Oh yes, sir.
And then you had to run somebody over. You didn't have to do him like that. It was just a scrimmage.
Nah, they be trying to like sideline me and stuff like that. So blindside.
Did Caden put the hat on anybody?
No, I didn't, but I hawked somebody down though.
Yeah, he's good. Give him two play.
Well, Vic, tell us a little bit about what are your expectations of that defensive line this year? I mean, I know that you've got a young guy coming back in Lance, and then we've got Martin on the other on the line as well. Tell us a little bit about what your expectations are, just to give those defensive backs a little bit more time to be able to shut them down.
Well, I don't expect nothing less from them. I expect them to play just like me because, I mean, they've been working just as hard as me. So just to see them play as hard as me and we all doing our thing, I expect a lot from those dudes.
Good to hear.
Guys, the experience you have from the playoff run last year, which many said that team wasn't as good, it should not have been in the fourth round. Great coaching, great execution to get there. How does that experience going to pay off for you this year to kind of silence some of the haters that we had last year?
I'll say we know what to do now since we've been there. Like, we all been through it now, so, like, we experienced it. So, like, whatever comes our way, we gonna break through it.
Are y'all happy with the number 5 ranking that came out? I felt like it wasn't real fair.
No.
I felt like what's fair is Carthage keeping number 1. I think that's fair. They've earned that. But 2 through 5 is not really it's not really fair. Like I gave the guys at Dave Campbell like a lot of hell about that. Like, are y'all just putting these other 2 teams in here? It should be in some order: Carthage, Gilmer, Pleasant Grove, top 3. I felt like they threw a couple teams in there to have a couple different region teams just to say you're in the top 5.
Yeah.
That's what I felt like they did.
Me too. I mean, West Orange Star, you could see when we played them in 7-on-7, they really couldn't handle us for real. So just putting on pads. But, I mean, that's just how it is.
The thing is, y'all are still actually playing real football on your side. Y'all aren't running gimmick plays. I saw a lot of those teams y'all played literally ran gimmick plays that do not translate to real football, but y'all are running real football plays, which is a big-time difference. One of the reasons why I say Caden McFadden would have broke that kid's rib cage in half in that one play if football pads would have been on. I mean, you had to have been there, Jay. There were teams like running block plays to get one player open and then flicking him the ball. I mean, it was terrible to watch, honestly. But y'all did play a few teams that ran real football, and y'all beat them. Well, guys, I'm really excited about Friday. Jay's going to be calling the game along with Quinn. Excited about it. We'll be in the house for it. Can't wait. Anything y'all want to say to the fans?
Just come out and support. Gonna put on a show.
Same thing he said. I love you, Ma. Yeah.
Thanks.
All right, brother. We will be right back with the coaching staff.
We are excited to announce here at Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital that we have expanded our capabilities to better serve our community. As a hospital, we have the capability for inpatient services. After your outstanding emergency care, we can smoothly transition you into one of our new inpatient rooms that have telemetry monitors in every room to continue your concierge medicine care. While our patients continue receiving their care in their inpatient suites, we also make sure that your loved ones are taken care of with our outstanding facilities. Our added services include a procedure room and also the capability of MRIs. With our imaging, we are able to offer outpatient, inpatient, and emergency room, MRI, CT, ultrasound, and X-ray. We are honored by your support and look forward to serving all your future medical needs.
We are back. We added Nick, sometimes voice Reed. We got my man, Coach Darby, and Coach Justin Gibson. Guys, good to see y'all.
Good to see you. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, man,
you having us here.
Tell us a little bit about the football team this year.
Well, we're really excited about this group. We have a bunch of returners coming back from last year, and last year we were kind of young, but I feel like those guys got great experience, and they had a great off season, a great summer program, great turnout, and they're just kind of locked in, and they kind of know the system now. There's a bunch of everything was new last year, new experiences, new times, and we feel like that they got confidence, they got the experience. Now we're just looking to take the next step, and it's pretty special last year going 4 rounds deep with a ninth grader leading you at the quarterback position, and that's kind of quote unquote like a down year for PG, going 4 rounds deep.
Yeah.
So we think that this year we got our guys back, and if we just stay healthy, we got a chance just like anybody else does. So we're excited about this year.
Coach Gibson said he expects 8 to 10 or plus players to carry the rock Friday night. How on earth? Last year I thought I saw 8 players carry. Y'all seriously might have 10 players carry the ball in one game?
We have 3 different running back positions, and we have 2 quarterbacks that can go too, and then we have a 3 deep probably at every position besides quarterback. So all 3 deep at the running back positions will probably get a carry, and then you're going to see 2 quarterbacks out there with the ball in their hands as well, just because Akari's special, but then we feel like Jarrett is a special dude too. Leading us last year, he has experience as well.
I don't know if I'm correct on this, but y'all average somewhere between 40 and 45 plays a game, right?
It depends. Sometimes we try to milk the clock a little bit, and then other games we try to go kind of fast and we get more plays in. But that's probably typically 45 to 50.
Do you anticipate this game being a quicker pace, clock rolling quite a bit with these two teams?
I think it's going to be a physical ball game, and it's still hot that first game of the year, so you want to kind of give your guys as much rest as possible. So I don't see us going, hurry up. I think we're going to try to slow it down and come off the ball. Then we make substitutions, guys running on and off the field, and that the clock's going to be rolling during that time. And so I feel like this first game, who knows though, you get there, you just got to see how it goes.
Yeah,
but I could see it being a little bit slower pace and just trying to get guys, ready to go in the fourth quarter so we're not cramping and so forth.
So I think with the highs like 90 degrees Friday, right? So it's not as hot as
it's not 107. So.
Yeah, but nobody's actually played a full game yet, I guess.
Yeah.
To say, so what are your expectations for your offense, right off the bat? You want them to peak, I'm assuming around district,
Yeah, we put a few wrinkles in this summer in the off season. So I feel like if we can just get lined up correctly and then take care of the football and then don't beat ourselves with penalties, or turnovers, I think we'll be fine and we'll execute. And our running backs always run hard. They always are looking to get yards after contact. Our offensive line, you just need to come off the ball, get a body on body and mash, and that's kind of what we do. Then obviously we're going to take our shots in the play action pass and when they all come up to stop the run. And I feel like that's what we try to do every game, protect the football, limit the penalties and all that, and then be the most physical team out there. And then that's kind of our recipe for success on the offensive side of the ball.
Coach Darby, I love defense.
Yes, sir.
All right, so y'all have always been very, very physical. Tell me about what the defense looks like this year.
Similar to the offensive side of the ball, and we've got a lot of guys that play both ways for us, and the same exact things going on. We've got a lot of guys that got some experience last year that are now a year deeper in the scheme, and so we switched to the 4 down front in about week 6 last year. So from week 6 to 4 rounds deep, and then now through the spring, summer, and fall camp, like our guys have just grown tremendously in that aspect of it. We're doing things now in the preseason in scrimmages that we wouldn't even touch last year. And part of that is our kids, obviously, like they've done such a good job of learning that stuff. Another part of it is we've got really good coaches on the defense side of the ball, and there's a continuity there. We've got a new corners coach, Coach Hart, but then everyone else is the same. Coach Taylor and myself both do the defense together. We've got Coach KP and Coach Henry doing the defensive line. We've also added Coach Kennedy and Coach Perlman that help out with our defensive guys. And to me, we've grown so much schematically from where we were at when we first put the defense in. And so I'm excited about that part. I think we've got some really talented kids out there. And so our job now is just make sure that we're lining up in ways that we're not giving the offense any free plays. We got to make sure that we're putting our kids in the best chance to go make plays and not do so much that they can't play fast and think fast. And I think that's where you kind of have to find the tough balance on defenses. Offenses are really good nowadays at finding mismatches, at putting you into formations that create bad leverages, create edges. And so our job on defense is to try to limit that, corral that, and play with good leverage and play fast to the football. And I think we've got the recipe to do that. And I'm really excited about this year, going into this year. I feel a lot better going into this year at this time than I did last year at this time.
Well, we've got a lot of returning players on both offense and defense. What are some of the names that we didn't hear last year that we're probably going to start hearing pretty soon?
I think defensively, we've got so many guys that played well last year, and we're building, and guys that were all district players now that are back. I think Zay Johnson at the safety position is a guy that's going to have a big year. I think playing Akari some on defense is going to have a big year. I think Torion Phillips on both sides of the ball is probably going to be a dude for us. At the linebacker position, I think we're going to have a big year out of Landon West. I think he's going to have a big year. I think Ezra Youngblood's going to have a good year at the linebacker position. Playing Boardley on defense now a little bit more. I think that's going to be a big show for us. The other guy was the guy we had on set, Franklin. Franklin's kind of been a special teams guy, and he's now playing the position that Elrod played. So,
oh really?
He's gonna be a guy that comes off the edge for us, that plays coverage for us. That it's kind of one of those versatile positions where hopefully we can utilize his speed coming off the edge and utilize his speed in some of the coverage stuff where he didn't play as much defense last year. And I think he's gonna have a big year. Jamon Wheeler is another name that comes to mind, a guy that got some varsity reps early last year, then he was on the JV team, and then now he's on varsity, and he's killed himself in practice, and he's been having an awesome camp so far.
I've gotten a chance to speak with a couple of you guys on the staff over the summer, and I just keep hearing how many stars there are, how many studs there are that can just play anywhere. What are you guys telling these guys in the locker room and at practice and stuff like that to kind of keep the team level-headed going into the season?
I think it's just our culture that it started years ago when you got guys like Landon Jackson, Marcus Burris, and Nick Martin. They kind of set the stage when they were high-profile athletes, and I think our kids now are in middle school when those guys were coming through. So they just saw how those older guys handled themselves and how they were just so humble, and they always were team guys and so forth. So I think they had great guys to look up to coming up through the system, and now it's their time. We're just constantly talking with our guys. We have culture talks with them. We talk about, this is a team sport, and if you're a dude, like everybody's going to know you're the dude. You're going to get yours, but let's just put the praise on everybody else, and it's going to come back to you. And I think our guys they're a special group. They're, like you said, 10 guys carrying the football. It's not the one dude in the backfield who's a prima donna and who wants all the carries. Like our guys root for each other, and you got Victor Shaw, and you have Lance Jackson, and all these guys, Borley, and Akari, McFadden. It's like there's only one ball, but they just all know what their role is, and they know like tonight could be my night to shine, and then the next week it could be somebody else, and I'm just going to pull for my buddy, and I'm going to carry out fakes if I have to, and then we're just all excited for each other, and I think it's pretty special when you got a group of guys that kind of root for each other like that.
Yeah, most definitely.
I think that's the special thing about high school football is you could line up a 4-star kid at defensive end right next to a kid that has no intention of playing college football at all, and they're working together to accomplish the same thing. And I think that's awesome. Like, just that's kind of the relationship part of it. That's kind of the full tilt part of it. It's like we have plenty of guys on the field every snap that we have a bunch of stars out there, but we also got kids that have no interest in playing football in college, and they are still bought into the same culture. They're still hearing the same messages. Like, I think that's kind of the cool thing about high school football.
I agree.
I'm excited. I put on one of the social media things yesterday that there's only 3 more sleeps, but today we have 2. What do y'all do to get prepared for a game each week?
I mean, honestly, it starts, the weekend prior. You come up with your game plan, and then Monday you're trying to create some corrections and so forth from the previous game or scrimmage. Then Tuesday you really dive into the game plan with the kids, and you're teaching them the new plays, the new wrinkles, whatever. Then the day like today, it's the second day that they get to practice a new game plan for that week, so you're brushing up things. Tomorrow it's just quick, go through some special teams, a little bit of offense and defense, and the game plan's in. The guys are just running around and so forth. And at that point, the hay's gone in the barn by then. It was like, we're ready to play. Coaches, we're locked in, and the kids just got to go out and be confident and just go have fun. And that's kind of what we preach. And the work is Monday through Thursday and all the preparation. Friday's going to take care of itself. Just for the way that we work Monday through Thursday, all the habits we create and practice, that's going to carry over to the game. So we kind of preach that Monday through Thursday, that's like the game day. Friday's going to take care of itself. And that's kind of what we preach to the kids, and we're excited about this week. It's been a while, since that last year, loss in the 4th round, and scrimmages are kind of good evaluation tools, but they're not games. And like our dudes are going to be out there the whole game, 4 quarters, and it's going to be a fun show, and we're excited about this year.
Guys, number 1, 3A Division 1 versus number 5, 4A Division 2, Friday night. Show up, be loud, stay late. That's what my Texas friends say. Is that what they say down there at University of Texas, Jay?
And as they should.
Yeah. If you can't make it, you can catch it on game day. We appreciate it, and we will see you Friday.
Have a good year, coaches.
All right, appreciate it.